Why? And that I go to say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put an ice in my bay, yeah. You riding on me? I get my drip overseas. Niggas are hating on me, yeah.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pieces and blessings upon all my AkHis and all my sisters out there. Welcome to Split Decision. I'm your host, AkHi. To my left is no other than
Professor Nims, the pundit with the PhD in pugilism.
Talk to him nice. Don't talk to him twice, because that's a real-life professor with a PhD degree in real life. So that being said, to all the casual fans, it's a pleasure to have y'all here. Welcome to the AkHi University, where hopefully one day y'all will graduate and become hardcore fans. Now, since a lot of casual tune in, we offer the book of the truth. So since people love to judge a book by its cover, we're going to paint a perfect picture for y'all. So when y'all do take the time out of y'all day to read the book, hopefully y'all will have a better chance of graduating from the AkHi University. Now, we got real-life professors teaching at the AkHi University.
Classes in session. Let's get it.
So to attend the AkHi University is free $99. All you got to do is click on that subscribe button below. To get smarter by the minute, if you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these casual fans. So for all the casual fans, it's a pleasure to have y'all here. To all my AkHis / brothers / Migos, we're going to represent, we're going to show in, and we're going to show out. Shout out to New Media, shout out to Deontay, and we're going to get straight to it. Now, Deontay Wilder obviously fought last night, and it ain't the knockout of the year till Deontay Wilder stepped into the ring. And it's no longer another one. Scratch what DJ Khaled says. It's a better one, because every time Deontay Wilder steps in the ring, he delivers better knockouts time and time again. Now, Ortiz was very game. He came to fight, and he didn't look like he was 40 years old. Matter of fact, he fought like he was 36, probably 26. Yeah. And that version of Ortiz, the way he was in shape, the way he was varying his offense and defense, giving Wilder different looks, I believe could beat a lot of heavyweights, and that's the same reason they didn't want to step in the ring with him. Yeah. Tyson Fury didn't want to fight Ortiz. AJ had the chance to. He was his mandatory. He lied to him. Eddie Hearn had to release him out of his contract, so Wilder had to step in and clean his mess not once, but twice. He knows Ortiz was fighting for his daughter. He gave him a chance because Wilder got into the sport because he was fighting for his daughter. And Ortiz, I got a lot of respect for him because, you know, getting hit by that Wilder right hand is like, it's not human. You know, his right hand is an eraser. It erased everything Ortiz did on them judges' scorecard. So yeah, right. He was doing perfect, but like Wilder always preaches, you got to be perfect the whole night. If you're not perfect for 2 seconds, then you could possibly get knocked out. Mayweather used to say, every mistake you make, you have to pay. Wilder is doing it his way, which is, if you ain't perfect for 2 seconds, you get knocked out. So you got to be perfect the whole night. And that's very tough to do in the heavyweight division. That being said, they hated Floyd Mayweather once he was Money May moving up 5-weight divisions, 5-weight divisions, fighting at the 4th and 5th weight division, dominating his opponent. And he was very technical. They didn't appreciate that. Now, Wilder doesn't have the technical skills that Floyd has, but he has the knockout that everyone claims they want to see, right? Yeah, but they still hate on the brother. So Deontay Wilder knocked out Ortiz. You picked Ortiz. You did 40 push-ups. If you didn't see the reaction to the live fight, check it out. We had a great time. Professor Nim obviously picked Ortiz, but he lost. He took his loss like a man, and he gave my man Wilder his props. Now, what you got to say to that? Were you impressed by Ortiz and the way he performed, and how did you see the whole fight playing out?
Yeah, I thought Ortiz did what we expect him to do. I thought he thoroughly outboxed Wilder. I had him up winning every round. Apparently, the judges, I think one judge had him winning 4-5, or it might have been some of the
he was definitely
kind
winning.
Of report. So I had him winning every round. I thought Wilder didn't do anything up until that fateful right hand landed right on top of Luis Ortiz's forehead. But I thought he boxed admirably. I think that with that performance, there's maybe only one other person that would give Ortiz trouble, which is Tyson Fury, just because of his movement. I don't think AJ really wants anything from Ortiz at this point. Him against
Ruiz.
Ruiz would be a very interesting fight. I would still give the nod to Ortiz. I would like to see how he rebounds from this fight. He did. I thought he came in phenomenal shape. I thought he had a really good plan, which I thought was going to break down Wilder because he was really going to the body and he was taking Wilder's legs away. And I thought that was purposefully to not only break his opponent down, but also to kind of take away his power. But Wilder is kind of a freak of nature. He really doesn't generate power from his legs. He's very thin legs. His is just his leverage. He's a heavyweight Tommy Hearns, but that doesn't necessarily do Tommy Hearns that much justice because Tommy Hearns was very technical. I think Deontay's last name is appropriate
definition
because he is wild. But that right hand, I think that he probably is the most devastating puncher in the history of boxing because
you said earlier Ortiz got hit on the forehead. It wasn't even on the chin. When you get hit by Deontay Wilder, that's all she wrote. Because getting hit on the forehead and the way he got knocked out, he fell down by sections. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And his reaction to the punch, it's like he had nightmare on this punch since the lead up to the fight. And like I said, to hit somebody on the forehead and still be able to knock him out, he could possibly go down as the greatest puncher of all time because he hits that hard. I mean, it's like getting hit by a train. Ain't no waking up from that. And Ortiz, like you said, he was doing a great job. I mean, he was going to the body. He was going to the head. He was varying his offense. He was countering Wilder. And he was breaking Wilder down. And in my opinion, he would perform better than he did the first time. I'm talking about Ortiz.
Absolutely.
And Wilder, though, to his credit, he, regardless of all of that, he was fighting for position. And he got in the perfect position to land that right hand. Now, his name is Wilder. He's wild, right? But when he do knock his opponents out, it's a short, sharp punch. It don't be normally these wild punches.
Sometimes. I saw him do a version of a windmill one time when he got the first fight. You don't remember?
Yeah,
he was.
I'm just saying it worked for him. But speaking of last night, it was a short, sharp punch. He threw a right down the pipe, and it wasn't a counter. It was actually led with it, and he caught Ortiz at the last couple seconds of the 7th round, the same round he was hurt the last time. That's why we having this rematch. So I got to give Wilder credit for fighting Ortiz the second time because we got Tyson Fury. He claimed he beat Wilder, but when it was time to take the rematch for $40 million, he went the other way. He won no smoke because he was like, maybe I don't wake up from that coma like I did the first time in 4 seconds. So that's what Tyson was, afraid of. Meanwhile, I got to give Wilder credit for fighting Ortiz the second time.
It was for him, big gamble.
That was a gamble when he didn't have to. And that's the reason for all these heavyweights not stepping in the ring with Ortiz, and we saw it last night. Not everybody could generate that power. Like Wilder, the fact that he was losing like that and he wasn't throwing that many punches because he was aware of Ortiz. Every time he had a reaction, Ortiz countered. I believe, during the live, we talked about it. I was telling you, Wilder, he need to feint. He need to throw the jab more often. And he started doing that around the 6th and 7th round where he was kind of throwing hooks more so. And that's what set up the right hand, in my opinion, a little bit because he was kind of throwing the hook more so and the jab. And that's what Wilder needed to do more of. Can you picture Wilder actually correcting some of the technical mistakes? Man, he'd probably be one of the best fighters in the world because of his power. But regardless of any of that, when you got an eraser, it don't really matter.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, you got to be perfect the whole night. And if you box, you're going to get hit. Just like if you swim, you're going to get wet. So that being said,
yeah, one thing I want to, and that's one of the reasons why I do credit him with being the most devastating puncher in the boxing history. Cause there's a couple of things. So when you think about Mike Tyson was a two-fisted boxer, but he also broke down his opponents. He did have the one-punch knockouts, but Tyson was somebody who was very technical. He was able to get his whole body into punches. He set him up. His technique was supreme, and Wilder doesn't seem to have to do any of those things. He can just blast off a right hand after getting thoroughly outboxed and leave somebody on Queer Street. So I have to give him credit. A lot of my friends get mad at me sometimes because I kind of cringe sometimes when I watch him fight, but I have to give credit where credit is due. This guy is a
monster.
Emmanuel Stewart, devastating puncher.
Emmanuel Stewart said that Wilder will be a heavyweight world champion as soon as he saw him because of his power, and he told Wilder that, yeah, you ain't fighting the high-level oppositions yet, but even when you step up, you're going to still knock your opponents out because you got that kind of power. Now, his opponents either got to knock him out before he knocks them out or be perfect the whole night, which is kind of almost impossible to do because Wilder seemed to always find the right hand every fight. You know, he either dropped his opponents or knocked them out, either way. Now, I got to give credit to Wilder, like I said, and he gave me flashbacks of Prince Nassim Hamed with his outfit when he first walked in the ring. I know, man, that got to be scary for Ortiz. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, he a fighter. He ain't afraid of nobody. He got in the ring with the baddest man on the planet twice. But the way he walked in the ring, it just gave me that flashbacks of Prince Nassim Hamed entrances. And to wear that outfit, like you said during the live show, you got to be able to win in impressive fashion to pull it off.
Are you gonna be a meme?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But Wilder definitely did the meme. He drew the meme up. If a picture says 1,000 words, the way he knocked out Ortiz says 1,000,000 words. And that's his power. Is an eraser. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter what round it is. It don't matter if it's the first round. It don't matter if it's the 12th round. Wilder carry his power throughout, regardless if you're breaking him down or not. All he got to land is one time. I mean, that name should have been for Keith, not for Keith Thurman, but for Wilder more so. Because all he needs is really one time. Mm-hmm. Forget being wild. all he need to land is one punch. That's all it takes. All it takes is one. All it takes is one. That's what he was turning up to after the fight. Now, Deontay Wilder tied Muhammad Ali with 10 title straight defenses. So what better way to do it? Hand from Alabama. It erased everything the judges did on their scorecard. You know, Canelo Alvarez obviously has the judges in his pocket. If you pull out what's inside Canelo pocket, the scorecards of the judges will come out. However, with Deontay Wilder, what he does have, he has that eraser that it don't matter what the judge has been writing, he erases everything. He erases whatever you did in the boxing history too. He got that power to do that. So that being said, thank y'all for tuning in for Split Decision. It's a pleasure to have y'all. Thank you to Professor Nim. Click on the subscribe button if you're trying to get smarter about the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these casual fans. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post to go live. Check out our reaction to the fight. If you click on the notification bell, you get notified when we go live, and you already know God only made a couple things perfect. Floyd Mayweather undefeated record. Me on Split Decision, winning by unanimous decision. I feel like today I won by knockout like Wilder, but the only thing me and Wilder didn't perform the same way is me actually dominating Professor Nim. But I slept them just like Wilder slept Ortiz. To that you say what?
That's laughable.
To that you say what?
That's laughable, like Deontay Wilder's outfit walking into the ring. I'll say that.
That brother was fresh, bro. That brother was fresh. He gave me flashbacks.
That was not fresh.
After the fight, he was looking like Michael Jackson. He was missing.
When was Michael Jackson ever known as being fresh?
Man, that whatever he was wearing, that shit cost some bread. So he was doing that moonwalk. All he was missing to do that moonwalk. Wilder, he should have did that moonwalk after he knocked out Ortiz. To be honest,
hey Wilder, call me, man. I'll give you some style tips, bro. Hit me up, bro. I got you.
How about you give Lomachenko and Canelo some tips of how to be like Deontay Wilder and carry themselves like a champion should be, not giving up the title. Deontay Wilder said he would never request no French fries title. Deontay Wilder said, congratulations to Canelo, but me, I want to fight my mandatories. I want to knock them out. That's what I'm talking about. He wants all the smoke. He wants all the straps, one face, one name in the sport of boxing. So Obviously, you probably could give Canelo Alvarez and Lomachenko a tip or two on that. Call Canelo and make things happen. Professor Nin.
And the I gonna say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put the ice in my bay, yeah. You riding on me, I get my drip overseas. Niggas are hating on me, yeah.